Time is something we all have, and at the same time we all feel there is never enough of it. From childhood to old age, time seems to fly by, leaving us wondering where it all went. But why does this happen? Why do we rarely notice the passage of time until it's too late? Time is not an absolute experience, it's deeply subjective. For a child, a year feels like an eternity, while for an adult it passes in a flash. This is known as the time perception paradox. Our brains interpret time based on the amount of new information we process. So when we are young, everything is new and time feels slow. As we age and experience becomes routine, time seems to speed up. Our perception of time is heavily influenced by the brain's processing power. When we are engaged in something novel or challenging, the brain works harder and time feels longer. But during routine tasks, our brain operates on autopilot, leading to a sensation of time flying by. This is why a day at work can feel like it drags on, but an entire week can pass by unnoticed. Consider how time drags when you're waiting for something exciting, like a vacation, but speeds up as soon as that vacation begins. This is because our brains are constantly anticipating the event, which makes the wait feel longer. But once we're immersed in the new experience, our brain is flooded with new stimuli, compressing our perception of time. Emotions play a significant role in how we perceive time. Intense emotions, whether positive or negative, can stretch or compress our sense of time. A joyful moment with loved ones might feel fleeting, while a stressful situation can seem never-ending. This emotional time distortion is why we often reminisce about happy times that seem to have passed too quickly. Let's delve deeper into how fear and excitement can warp our time perception. In moments of danger, our fight or flight response kicks in, heightening our awareness and making time feels like it's stretching. This survival mechanism allows us to react quickly. On the other side, during moments of excitement or joy, our brain's reward system is activated, which can make time seem to speed up, leaving us yearning for more. Memory is another key factor in how we perceive the passage of time. Our brains tend to compress repetitive or uneventful periods, making them seem shorter in retrospect. Meanwhile, memorable events, filled with rich details, stand out in our minds, making the time feel longer. This is why a vacation can feel longer than a regular week, even though both of them lasted the same amount of time. Interestingly, this phenomenon is known as the holiday paradox. When we're in the middle of a vacation, it feels like time flies because we're constantly engaged with new experience. However, once the vacation is over and we reflect back, it seems much longer because our brains have stored numerous distinct memories. This paradox can also explain why childhood summers seems endless in our recollection. Time perception isn't just personal, it's also shaped by the culture and society we live in. In some cultures, time is seen as strict and organized. Being on time is important, and people stick closely to their schedules. In others, time is more fluid, with a greater emphasis on living in the moment and less on focusing to a strict timetable. These cultural differences can affect how we perceive passage of time in our daily lives. For example, the concept of island time in many tropical regions reflects a more relaxed approach to time, where the focus is on the experience rather than the clock. Meanwhile, in fast-paced urban environments, the pressure to keep up with the clock can make time feel like it's always slipping away, leading to a constant feeling of rush and anxiety. But time isn't just subjective, it's also relative. Imagine astronauts traveling near the speed of light. For them, a journey that lasts a few years might correspond to decades or even centuries passing on Earth. This mind-bending concept shows that time is not as fixed as we might think. It's a reminder that our experience of time on Earth is just one version of reality shaped by the physical laws of our universe. In today's digital age, technology has drastically altered our perception of time. Social media, instant messaging, and 24/7 connectivity make time feel compressed as we're constantly bombarded with information. The rapid pace of technological advancement also creates a sense of time moving faster as new trends and innovation emerge almost daily. Consider the concept of time poverty. The feeling that we never have enough of time because we are always connected and multitasking. Despite having more tools than ever to save time, many people feel more rushed and stressed than before. This paradox highlights the importance of setting boundaries with technology to reclaim control over our time. So, if time is slipping away unnoticed, what can we do about it? The answer lies in mindfulness, being fully present in each moment. By focusing on here and now, we can slow down our perception of time and truly savor the experiences that make life meaningful. After all, life is not about how much time we have, but how we use it. As you go through your day, try to take a moment to pause, breathe, and appreciate the present. This simple practice can help stretch time, making even the most ordinary moments extraordinary.